Okay, this is a hummingbird feeder. The specific one I have here is the purple one. It comes with an ant moat to keep the ants out, the bottle, and the feeding start here. So I received this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase one, it would cost you about $36. All right, in the box you get the feeder itself along with a page of instructions. You have to make the gasket lock the lower base completely, place the upper base onto the lower base, pour nectar into the glass bottle of the hummingbird feeder, screw the glass bottle onto the base upside down, screw the glass bottle into the cover with Moat on top, add a small amount of water to the Moat to keep ants from getting into it. All right, let's see how this guy comes apart. So it looks like it should twist to unscrew. There we go. And this is a glass bottle here. So they say it's refractory glass here. So you probably don't want to drop it. It's pretty heavy duty here, so I don't think it's going to break easily. If you dropped it on concrete, though, it might break. So you put a little bit of water in here to keep ants from crawling down and getting to the sugary nectar. And then here's the bottom bit. It's pre-installed with yellow flowers. They do include some white and red flowers. And they include a piece of, looks like jute, hanging rope, or cord, a hook. So there's an S hook. So if you have a small hook, you can S hook this directly to something, or you can tie this cord to something farther up. All right, let's fill this guy up and hang it up. So you have to make or buy your own nectar. And they say this has a 20-ounce capacity. All right, I filled this with nectar, not all the way to the very top, but to the bottom of the threads here. And that is coming in right at 20 ounces. All right, so the bottom here is a two-part bottom. This is the gasket they're talking about. And there's nothing that holds it together other than the threads going into this bit here and basically holding it in. I had a flower drop off there, so let me snap this flower back on it. The flowers just kind of go in these holes, so swapping out to different colored flowers would be super easy. So you have to snap this thing together. It's not like it really holds super well, so for cleaning, you can just push the bottom off and then clean the whole thing out. Those flowers are popping out, so gravity's kind of holding the flowers in. So to put it back in, you snap it in, make sure the thing's on. Screw this thing on upside down. Have it pretty tight there, and then you flip it over. And supposedly it's not going to leak because of air pressure. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, I guess the hummingbirds have to stick their noses all the way in, or the beaks all the way in there to get access to that sweet, sweet nectar. All right, after we do that, we screw this guy on the top here. And we need to put some water in the top to keep ants from crawling down and getting the sugar, and then hang it up. All right, I put some water in the ant moat. I suspect I'm going to drip some on myself while I carry it around and hang it up. I just have it hanging here up next to a rose bush, and it says it's going to take several weeks for hummingbirds to find, learn, and trust the feeder. It also says I have to clean it every 2 to 3 days, so I guess I have to dump the nectar out, clean it, and then put the nectar back in. To keep mold and bad dangerous fungus from growing is what it says. Well, everything worked the way it was supposed to. I guess as long as the hummingbirds show up and start feeding, I'll claim this as a success. Alright, I've had this guy up here for 2 weeks now. It looks nice, it seems to be working fine, except for the fact that I have not had hummingbirds magically appear. And that might just be my location and the time of year, but so far I cannot evaluate whether or not it feeds hummingbirds properly because the hummingbirds just aren't here yet.